Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the class today. We are going to learn about troubleshooting in a motor vehicle. Troubleshooting in a motor vehicle is an act of finding out what is wrong with your vehicle by smell, look, and sound. Troubleshooting issues involve erratic, repeating, and preventable faults and failures. That is, when there is a fault in your vehicle, the mechanics will have to do what is known as troubleshooting. It will be tracing what the fault is. But in the motor vehicle, there are so many things that helps you to trace the faults. Some of them, they are lights that appear or symbols that appear on your dashboard. Okay. Some of the symptoms are a warning light will appear. When the warning light appears, depending on what kind of warning light that appeared. Let's say your oil light, the oil lamp or the oil switch appears on the dashboard. It is telling you of something concerning your oil. Okay. Now, when your steering wheel is shaking, there are so many things that will make a steering wheel shake. One, when you have problems with your suspension system, like the ball joint, tie rod ends, and then when you have tie problems, you don't do alignment and balancing, your steering wheel will be shaking. Now, as a driver, if you go to the filling station to refuel, it is always advisable to switch off your engine, because if you don't do that and then you are giving the wrong fuel, you will spoil your engine, because you can't add diesel into a petrol vehicle. A vehicle that is using petrol uses petrol. If you use diesel, you use diesel. Always make sure you switch off the engine and then let the attendant know that this is what you are buying. If it is petrol, tell him you are buying petrol. If it is diesel, say you are buying diesel. Don't just give the money and think the attendant will know what you want. Now, excessive fuel consumption. There are so many things that can make your vehicle consume excessive fuel. One is when you have wrong tire pressure. If your tire pressure is low, you consume fuel. If your air filter is blocked or dirty, you consume more fuel. If you have bad catalytic converters, you consume fuel. If your spark plugs are spoiled, you consume more fuel. So always make sure you check all these. Now we come to car overheating. There are certain things that can make your car overheat. One, you do your daily routine check and you don't cover the coolant tank well. If there is leakage in any of the water hoses or the coolant hoses, now if the fan that is right behind the coolant tank ceases to work or stops working, your car can overheat. So all you do is you call in an auto electrician, and then he will check why the fan is not working and then why there is overheating. Now, wet spark plugs. This occurs when you take your car to the washing base to wash the engine. Experienced car washers will put polythene around where water should not enter. Or when it is raining and there is pool of water on the road, you don't drive into it with speed so that water will splash into the engine. You go slowly through the pool of water so that your spark plugs will not get wet. And then when your vehicle is not starting, there are so many things that can cause that. One is when you have a dead battery. When your battery is not dead, it's dead. It means your alternator is either not working. Now, the fault can be with the alternator belt. Maybe the alternator belt is torn apart, the alternator itself is faulty, or the battery itself is dead. Now, you can jump start your vehicle by using a jump starter kit. But if it is still not starting, then you check. If it's an automatic car, you check whether the gear is on park. If it is not on park, that may be the cause. Now you step on the brake and go to park and start again and see whether it will start. If it is still not starting, then you call in a mechanic or you find a tow truck to tow it to the service center, and then the fault is traced. Now the last one is the accelerator pedal jam. Accelerator pedal jam comes in when you accelerate at a certain speed. Let's say you are driving at 100 kilometers per hour. Now, you see traffic ahead, you take your feet off the accelerator pedal, but still, the speed is at 100 kilometers per hour. It means there is an accelerator jam. Inside the engine, there is an accelerator cable which is connected to a spring. So if you take your foot off the pedal, it has to come back, which means the spring will then compress again. If it's not compressing back, it means something is holding it. It can either be the mat in the car, or it can be a mechanical problem. When this occurs, please don't panic. Start blowing your horn and alert other drivers or pedestrians around. Look for a safe place, put on your hazard light, step on the brake pedal, and then make sure you are not hitting anybody's car, you are not hitting a pedestrian. And then you find a safe place and stop. This is all troubleshooting is about. Now, there can be a brake pedal jam too. There can be a brake pedal jam. You step on your brake or you start the car, you try to move forward, and the car is not moving because the brake pedals, the brake pads are not releasing the horn. To do this, you can either put your feet under the brake pedal to raise it. If you raise it and it is not coming, then it means the caliper itself is now the problem. A mechanic have to come in and check why the brake is stuck in. If you don't do that, it means you'll be consuming more fuel, because as you are trying to accelerate, the brake pad is also seized. So what happens is there will be friction, and then the rim becomes hot. You see people putting water on it to cool it. When you do that, you are spoiling the hub bearings. Ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of this lesson, and I hope everything is okay with you. We end our lessons here, and then we'll meet next time. Thank you.